It says, in all my lives, never separated from perfect gurus. Okay, so first we have to meet with the guru, correct guru, one. After meeting with the guru, then make sure that you get the benefit. What benefit? That I learn dharma from the guru, number two. After learning dharma, then I make sure I practice it. Practice it. With the practice, I experience the spiritual realization. Number three, by completing the qualities of the stages and paths, I experience these paths and these stages of the meditation. And then, number four, that I achieve the goal. May I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Vajradhara is the Buddhahood. Vajradhara is the Buddhahood, right? This is a very comprehensive prayer. You can say this, and then that's it. This will take you not more than 20 minutes. Right? Now, if you have only like 5 minutes, what should I do? Right? Okay, so everybody must be waiting for that. Right? Page 7. I go for refuge in Bodhicitta 3 times. I go for refuge until my light into the Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. By making some practice, giving and so forth, may I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. As we say this, make sure that your mind flows in the meaning. That is very important. Okay. You say this, and then recite the Ye Dharma mantra. Ye Dharma mantra. And recite the Heart Sutra mantra. Okay. Then switch to Vajramoon practice. Switch to. Okay. Say one stanza. Stanza 12. Which page is that? For in lieu of the 7 puja. Stanza 12. Which is that? Huh? Page. It should be part of the 7 puja.
25.
Page 25. Okay, page 25, stanza 12. Say this. Say this stanza. This is for in lieu of the 7 puja. 7 puja is very important. Okay. Say this. And then go to Vajramoon. Okay. Go to first recite the 4 seals. Vajramoon practice is here. Page 32. Generating the mind of consuming yoga. Page 32. Vajramoon is what people start calling it. Because it involves Vajramoon, it's very easy to say Vajramoon practice. Right? But don't, when you meet with other teachers, don't say Vajramoon practice. Don't say this. They will not understand it. This is how the people who participated in the Bodhicitta retreat, they nicknamed this Vajramoon practice.
So it's called consummate yoga?
Yes, generating the mind of consummate yoga. This is a detailed version of the Vajramoon practice which we do, detailed form. Okay, so then what you do is you recite the 4 seals. Recite the 4 seals, and then make the commitment directly after you recite the 4 seals. Then make the commitment. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings. Say this 3 times, and change your moon, and quickly meditate to the emptiness with the 3 points. Emptiness, and then say this stanza. I go for refuge in the triple gem. I confess negatives individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the presence of my heart. You say this, right? 3 times, and then all the Vajramoon from the Buddhist Bodhisattva they descend. Bless yours, bless all sentient beings, and then end with the 1 stanza commitment, the 1 stanza dedication prayer. Finish. It will not take you like 7 or 8 minutes. Right? Okay. Now, if you've only like say 3 to 5 minutes, what should I do? Right? If you are really pressed with time, there's no choice. Right? So sometimes the emergency cases where early morning you have to go to your parent, you are to the hospital and so forth. Then it's always better to do something than nothing. Right? Do something than nothing. So in which case, you can at least say the refuge in the Bodhicitta stanza, and then the one stanza of the 4 seals, and then the Bodhicitta commitment, and quickly come to the emptiness, right? Emptiness, and share with all beings, receive blessings, and then conclude with the dedication. Finished. It will not take you more than 4 to 5 minutes. Right? Oh, you finish. It's done. Now the suggestions, some suggestions I may give you is, generally speaking, make sure that you have at least some practice to do on a daily basis, whether 5 minutes, whether 10 minutes or 20 minutes. If you're a beginner, don't go for too long practice. Don't go for the 1 hour, 2 hours, 10 hours. No, right? Go for a maximum like 10, 15 minutes, maximum, or 20 minutes. If you're a beginner, okay. Make it stable. Make it consistent. In the beginning, consistency is more important than the quality. In the beginning, with your practice in general, but there are some practices where the quality must be emphasized right from the beginning. There are some where the consistency takes the precedence. Consistency is more important than the quality in the beginning. So consistency will build a stability in your practice. Once you get the stability, then you go and focus on the quality. Quality focus can be done with the more extensive learning. Automatically the quality will improve. Okay, one is there must be some practice that should be there. One. Number two, in a day, make it a habit to read at least like 1 page, half a page, or 1 stanza a day. Make it a habit. So for that matter, say like this book, you always keep it next to your dining table, or next to your bedroom dining table. Keep it there. The moment you see it, okay, now I have to at least read a half a page, or like 1 stanza. If you're very tired, you can't even pick up the book, right? If you're very, I don't think you'll come to that point, right? So close to that point, then you just, even though reluctantly read 1 stanza, my job is done, now finish, you sleep, right? Just at least read a stanza. Just see if you can do that. So this is extremely, so we have Dharma practice, we have to think of the holistic form, right? To run a family, right? It's not just only food, it's not just only education, right? We need something holistic. Likewise, practice should be there. To enrich the practice further, the studies should be there. To make the studies more alive, then the attending teachings of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, listening to His Holiness teachings on the live stream should be there. And sometimes we feel so, the monotonous, right? There's no life to my practice, it becomes so mechanical. Then on such you read some biographies, very inspiring biographies, like the story of the biography of Milarepa, biography of the Laman Tsongkhapa, biography of Adisha Shirikyana, like this, reading biographies. And of course, reading the biographies, Holiness the Dalai Lama is very inspiring, the freedom in exile, right? Okay. So and then once in a while, think of sitting for retreats. Personal retreats. Meaning, even if you have 2 days holiday, sit for a retreat, 2-day retreat. If you have 3 days, that's even better, 3-day retreat. For that, see if it's possible for you to go to another place, meaning if you're in Tel Aviv, within Tel Aviv you have a friend who has left for Dharamsala, right? Dharamsala for the 10 days or whatever, and then you talk to the person already, okay, after 10 days I have when you're in Dharamsala, I have 2 days free, so may I use your house for my retreat, right? So that when you switch your house, you psychologically feel that I'm in the new environment like this. Whereas at your house, anybody can knock at your door, right? Anybody can knock at your door, and make sure that people who are, who know you so well, who you think who's going to make a visit to you, unless urgent, you pre-warn them. pre-warn them that I'm going to sit for one personal retreat, so no need for you to come during that time, so forth. So make it like 2 days retreat, 3 days retreat, in your own house. In your own house, in the house of your friends, and like this. That's very important. And retreat, what do you do? Just do what we've been doing this morning, the morning practice in detail. And then spend more time. Say after this morning practice, then spend more time, like 1 hour, just meditation on the Bodhicitta. There's 9 steps, one by one, one by one, one by one. Right? 9 steps. And if you cannot follow this so well, okay, then in the bodhiwisdom.org, there are the guided meditation on Bodhicitta meditation. Guided meditation are there. You can copy these, download them, and then you play them. While you play the recording, you meditate together on the basis of the recording. You do the meditation. Then your mind will flow, right? So this is what we can do. And then emptiness meditation. Again, the guided meditation, emptiness is also found there. You can find all these things there in the bodhiwisdom.org. From there you can download and you can do meditation emptiness exclusively, one separate session just for emptiness. Bodhiwisdom.org. Right? Just on emptiness, on the basis of this, play the recording and just do the meditation emptiness on the basis by following the instruction. And then when you become a little confident with this, then you no need to recording. Without recording, you try this. If you cannot do it, again you play the recording, do it. Right? And eventually you must be able to succeed without the recording. Right? The recording is like the aid, assistant for you. Okay, so this is the retreat that we're going to do. And if someone is very serious to do like say 3-day retreat, 4-day retreat, and you want a little help, don't hesitate to write to me. When you write to me, the caption of the letter, the mail should be urgent. Urgent, I'm sitting for a retreat. Right? And then I will take it very seriously. Right? Okay. Then the next one is okay, almost done. Yes.
Also, I'd like to remind that it's possible to watch this retreat on our website, either for the morning session, or day retreat, or the whole 5 days, or 2 hours then for one teaching every day. We have it on the website.
So generally speaking, what Neural is saying is very true. Generally speaking, although what we did here is a very condensed, very short part, because that you took part in this, listening to the recording of this the retreat and listening to the other retreats, psychologically you feel more connected with this because you're already familiar with all the discussions, everything, what is happening here, what happened here, what happened in Malaysia, what happened in Indonesia. They're all different, depending on the audience. Different in the audience, even what we discuss, they also vary. Question answers, they vary. Okay, so therefore, the one that the copy of the recording of what we did here, this is very immediate, intimate to your mind, because of which you can imbibe more, right? So what we've learned these 5 days is more like the ground, and then you listen to the second time, you will start taking root. Second time, okay. So therefore, I would highly recommend, as Leora suggested, highly recommend that each one of us will listen to this once more. Then you will see the difference. You would believe that, okay, now I'm getting something, right? Earlier you might thought that I missed so many things, but you listen to the second time, earlier what you listen to, it has planted the seed, and second reading, second listening will make you to germinate these. Okay, so we are done with this. Leola, anything to say? And Leon, anything to say? The manager?
Thank you very much for coming for this precious teaching.
Okay, so I'm extremely grateful to Leorala. Thank you so much for taking all this initiative, and I'm extremely grateful to Gilala for all these, say the planning, the communicating, making the travels, all these things, very convenient, giving the reassurance, what to do, what not to do, all these things, say with the seeking visa, there's all the complications, so therefore between two of them, it made things very easy. Thank you so much, Gilana. And then say the Tamila, thank you so much for making my stay here very comfortable. I would see that there's a tremendous affection from your side, making sure that things are going good. Thank you so much. And our Leon here, the very energetic, the manager of this program, right? And Leon is always giving the credit to Leorella, saying that Leorella says something I cannot say no. This is what she always tells me. Yeah, this is so touching. Okay, and then each one of you, for all your the participation and so forth, and the Dharma Friends of Israel, you have the core members who are taking responsibility, the volunteering, and making sure that the Dharma spreads, the Dharma of the kindness, the Dharma of the compassion, Dharma of the wisdom. Is not that the Buddhism spreads, it's the Dharma of the source of happiness for the beings, the wisdom and the compassion spreading. This is the initiative, the effort that you're putting in, which is so precious. I really appreciate that. And so that way, let us dedicate the merits that's gathered in the following manner. Okay, so the first, let us dedicate the merits that the teaching, on the unconditional love of Bodhicitta, which cherishes others more than oneself, and the teaching on the most fearless mind of the wisdom of emptiness. May all the teachings of these two, the treasures, thrive, proliferate in all 10 directions, in all places, in the minds of all dear sentient beings, so that everyone is freed from the miseries and they experience the boundless happiness eternally. And let us also dedicate the merits thus gathered, that His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the true source of joy and happiness on this earth today, that he lives long and that his wishes be fulfilled spontaneously. And let me personally dedicate the merits thus gathered, that each one of you, through concerted effort, be able to soon see the dawn of the wisdom of emptiness and bodhicitta within yourself, and that each one of you become such a reliable guide to lead all dear sentient beings towards ultimate happiness. And may the great learning centers of the precious, the most appealing, the most beautiful mind of bodhicitta, and the most fearless mind of the wisdom of emptiness, may all these learning centers, such as Gandhin, Zera, Tepung, and all the learning centers, monastic, academic learning centers of Sakya, Kaiku, Nyingma, Gelu, all these traditions, may they thrive. May they thrive in the activities, and the message of the Buddha becomes so accessible and so vibrant in the minds in the whole world. And may even the teachings that is prevalent in the Chinese tradition, Chinese Buddhist tradition, in the Theravada Buddhist tradition, may all they thrive and make the world a more beautiful, more peaceful, and more happy place to live in. And may the teaching on bodhicitta and the wisdom of emptiness flourish at all times in the minds of all dear sentient beings today, the present and the future. And may all the centers, like the friends, the Dharma Friends of Israel, and all the centers which are like the bridge, the access which the ordinary people can get access to the Dharma through these centers. May all these the activities of these centers flourish and thrive and be of great meaning to as many people of the local places as possible. And may all people who are involved in these centers, the volunteers who saw these centers to work for the centers, may they all have long life, may their wishes be fulfilled according to the Dharma, and that all these the Dharma brothers and sisters, may they enjoy an incredible sense of harmony, friendship, and the brotherhood and sisterhood amongst themselves. Okay, with that in mind, let's turn to page 306. From my two collections, vast space that I've amassed. Okay, page 306. Page 306. Okay, let us wholeheartedly pray as per how Lama Tsongkhapa said the prayers. From my two collections, vast space that I've amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief living Buddha for all those whose minds become blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in the loving kindness for all lives. Manjushri, may I find the best of the complete created parts of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by my practice. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I've discerned them. May I uphold Buddha's teachings for a very long time, with my heart going out with great compassion in whatever directions the most precious teachings have not yet spread or once spread have declined, may reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted conscious peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time, by even this greatest path to enlightenment traversed completely due to the wondrous virtues granted by the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and create conducive conditions for the present excellent paths never be separated in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by their mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In the land encircled by snow mountains, may you, the hot source of all happiness and good, all powerful charity Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of Guru Buddha and lead all beings without exception into their enlightened state. Chanju Senju Rinpoche Magye Manam Ge Gyoroche Gyaba Nyamba Meabaya Kone Kondo Pevaraisho. May the Supreme Bodhicitta that has not arisen and arising grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish but increase forevermore. I dedicate the merits thus gathered towards the realization of the deeds and the prayers of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the three times, and to the upholding of the Dharma of teaching and realization. May I in all lives, through the force of this merit, never separate from the four wheels of the Mahana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect in the two stages. With the wish to free all beings, I shall always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until I reach full enlightenment. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence, I generate the mind of full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. As long as space remains, as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. The path of union, emptiness, and compassion is loosely explained by the protector of the Dharma and the beings in the snowland. You are the lotus holder of Tenzin Gyatso. We supplicate you that your wishes are fulfilled spontaneously. May the operations of evil thoughts and deeds of the negative forces of humans or non-humans who herb our merits through perverted prayers against the teachings of the Buddhas be totally vanquished through the power of the truth of the three jewels. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the Manjushri and be able to uphold the Dharma in general and the teachings of independent origination in particular, even across my life. Okay, let's quickly seal the virtues that we accumulated out of this Bodhicitta retreat. How to seal this is by meditative emptiness. Seal this means that the virtues that we generated over the last 5 days are not going to be destroyed. So that is done by meditative emptiness. Quickly, it's going to be just a few minutes, 2-3 minutes. Okay, just sit properly. Okay, just follow the instructions. Okay, we accumulated merit on the basis of the wisdom of on the basis of cultivating bodhicitta, the wisdom of emptiness, all the morning practices, all the classes, group discussions, and so forth. We accumulate this merit. The group here, the group of the participants for this bodhicitta retreat, including myself. Okay, how is this person, you, I, this person, how does this person appear to you? So objectively real. Okay. That 4 questions. First, this person. Do you see this person? Yes. And this person is nothing but constituted of the 6 elements. And earth, solid part in earth, water, fire, space, air, and consciousness. 2 questions. What do you see now? I'm just seeing the 6 elements. Where is this person now? This person disappears. It's empty. This person disappears. Stay in this experience for a while. This is actually sealing of all the virtues. And even the virtue that we accumulated, the virtue that we engage in, if this virtue is a mental state, and this mental state is made of many moments, and none of these moments is but the overall virtue. These are the parts of the virtue. There's the overall virtue which we accumulated. Even that, from the object side, it disappears. It's empty. Stay in this experience for a while. Now imagine that you slowly come out of this meditation. Okay, you realize, again the person comes back. Yes, they come back. From the object side, guarantee they don't exist, but they come back subjectively. Subjectively means they're coming from your mind, like illusion, like dream. So the functionality of the world is all operating on this dreamlike, illusion-like nature. Okay, slowly come out of this ceiling, come out. Okay, thank you so much. Very good. Let us see how much we can practice on, to the best we can.
Geshe, thank you so very much for this course. We appreciate so very much your kindness and generosity. Our ability to understand and to express our appreciation is poor, but to the best of our abilities, we really want to express our tremendous gratitude and appreciation for your generosity and kindness. Thank you so much for coming to Israel and teach us Bodhicitta of her topics. I hope we can appreciate it enough by practicing it during the year until also next year. Thank you so very much for this special course.
Okay, so now as the Tibetan tradition, in the end, we can take the group photo, and as a Tibetan tradition, in the end, we don't make prostrations. It's not for any reason. It's an indication that we are soon going to meet again. Okay. Yep. Good.
Okay, you take a photo now.